The transition to retirement was an interesting one. I wasn't quite prepared at first because I felt like I was way too young to retire. But the reality is, once you get on that journey, it's a very exciting one because you discover new things about yourself and you have all this time to explore things that you always wanted to explore.
I actually felt pretty prepared for my transition. I've been giving it some thought for quite a bit of time, and I was ready to move on and do something new. But I think for anyone who's an A-type personality, going from working 60 or 70 hours a week to coming to a dead stop is a bit uncomfortable. So I had to tell myself it was okay to take the time to figure out what I wanted to do next and not be too concerned with the amount of time it was going to take to come up with that answer.
The toughest part was just moving on to that next stage. There's sort of an immediate feeling like you're not very busy. And I did this around the same time that COVID was taking off too. So there was more the pressure of like needing to feel busy because I'd been running so hard for so long. And I think the initial few months out of the workforce was probably the toughest part.
I think the hardest part of the transitioning into retirement is not having the structure that you have with a big organization. I worked with people all over the world, so you had colleagues and team members that really helped grow the business. And one day you wake up and you are the team. You have to do everything on your own, which is challenging on one side, but also very exciting because you find that you can do things that you've never tried before.
MyNextSeason was most helpful for me, first and foremost, because I had a phenomenal coach who was a great listener and really pushed me hard to tackle some things that would have been big potholes for me. The workbook was another awesome tool for me. It really helped me over the course of about 6 months work through some of the things that I really needed to make decisions about before I retired.
What I really liked about it is that it was a process. There was a notebook, there was a formality about it that really got me thinking about the important things that I needed to know as I went through this transition. So think about the things I love to do, the things I think I'm good at, where do I still want to learn and grow, etc.
The coach that I worked with was super helpful in helping me prepare for the announcement, and that's on a personal basis and just sort of the professional things that I needed to deal with to get ready for that.
I think it was really beneficial, first of all, to have consultants who have been through the process themselves and be able to talk about their reflections. I also think it was extremely useful to have to write down my answers to the questions and really reflect upon the assessment of what I wanted to do next and really reflect on the answers that I wrote down.
There is a lot of learning and discernment that goes along with the transition. And I would hope that people take the time to really zero base themselves, calibrate what's important, and really recognize it's a phenomenal opportunity and beginning for a new purpose.
Take the time, don't rush. The right answer will come to you if you give yourself the time to really explore what you'd like to do in your next season.